Hey, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to One of Each, the Dumb and Hungry podcast, where we talk about our small food adventures for our even bigger appetites. Hey, I'm Angelo. I'm the Dumb and Hungry.
I'm my chow. Just straight my chow.
Keep it simple, right? That's fine. Yeah, how you doing, my chow?
I'm okay. How are you doing? Tired,
Tired?
as usual.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, hopefully you tidy over and you talk about food and maybe get a little motivated or something. Keep you up a little bit.
All this does is make me hungry. Every time.
It makes you go out, just spend more money on food, and yeah, exactly.
After Fossilman's last week, I went to frickin' Fossilman's.
That's a good haul. What'd you get over there?
What was it? I got some Rocky Road because my roommates like Rocky Road. Never had the banana heaths, and my roommate really likes banana. So
Banana
all right.
Heath. Yeah, what exactly is that?
It's like a banana toffee kind of thing.
I see.
So I mean, it's pretty good. If you like banana, I don't like the flavor of banana personally, but it's fine. And then the third one was a real vanilla. We dropped that off at a friend's because she asked us to get her some since she's nearby.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good haul right there.
Oh yeah, they were half gallons for
excellent. Good
for context.
So are they still? Do you still have any, or did you finish?
We still have one, I think. Like we still have two flavors, but the equivalent of probably half a gallon.
Very good.
So.
I also partook of ice cream on my own. I went out to Gardena, and I went out to Concha. You remember Concha?
Oh, I haven't been there since
it's been a long time. I mean, we went there when for
John's bachelor party,
right?
That was the last time I was there.
Yeah. Well, I was reminded of that, and I always remember like they tend to sell out at a certain time, blah blah blah. So it's like I just remember to go during lunch or whatever. And what did I get? I got like the green tea, like the matcha, and they had this honey peach flavor, which I actually really enjoyed.
Sounds delicious.
It's infused with honey and little bits of the peach fruit in there. It's actually quite good.
Oh, good.
And then I took a pint of this like tres leches flavor, which I haven't tried yet. So
okay.
So I've also enjoyed ice cream as well. So ice cream makes a lot of things better. I think.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like we're actually going to an ice cream spot next week.
Yeah.
And a place I haven't been to yet, but it's called Sun Scoops out in
OC.
somewhere in the OC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
you've heard of it.
Anime inspired whatever.
Yeah. It's the weebiest ice cream shop I've ever heard of.
Yeah, like it's not like they made their own like story arc thing or whatever, but they probably did. They absolutely
maybe, I don't know, but all the flavor names are weeb related or anime trope related.
Yeah.
They have merch with anime style art. So
I haven't tried it. I mean, it's come up in my feed. I mean, that's basically
has it?
So
holy crap.
Not again, yeah. It's, I'm not huge on anime or whatever, but I am big into ice cream. So
dang, that's wild. Good for them. Because I remember we first found them when they first opened up a couple years ago. I don't know. We haven't been yet just because it's so far, but I have to plan.
Good.
Soon.
I'll report back. And
oh yeah, I'll let you know.
That's good. Well, today we're not going to dwell too much on dessert this time, although I'm sure there will be other episodes that we will. But today we are talking about one of my many favorite food groups. Very important food groups in one's diet.
Food group, you say?
Lifestyle.
In the food pyramid, if you will.
Absolutely.
Damn it, I need you to make a tier list of the food pyramid.
You got a base, right? You got a base, and then you've got the layers, and then you've got the top. So
what is that?
It's a pyramid. And this particular food is burgers. Come on, I think we were just talking about burgers with McDonald's app and getting good value, and I mean, look.
Yeah, completely different though.
People will trash McDonald's, and I get it, but you can find a good value at McDonald's, especially with that McDonald's app.
Coupons for days.
Exactly. So, but burgers are certainly one of my favorite meat-laden foods, if you will.
Meat-laden?
I mean, this is gonna be a recurring theme, okay? I don't know what you think you signed up for, but we're gonna be talking about a lot of meat foods, okay? A lot
No,
of
that's
meat.
fine.
Yes,
It's
but
just, it's the vocabulary you choose that throws me.
I admire.
You're way more articulate when it comes to food than like anything else.
Yes, I want to give appreciation to my foods and the foods that sustain me and give me joy and pleasure. So, you gotta talk highly of them. So,
Yeah, and eloquently apparently.
yes. So burgers, I think it's quintessential like American food, even though it came from Germany technically, but I think the Americans have really found their way to really make it theirs.
Oh, definitely.
So, if simply just a piece of meat between two buns, two pieces of bread, and then maybe for the purists, you just top it with onion, maybe mustard or pickle, and that's about it. Is really as the essential kind of hamburger.
No ketchup?
If you know who I'm talking to, they'll be like, I know. Ketchup
idea.
is I don't think we can. I don't think we really have the I don't know, the wherewithal really to give our take on ketchup, on whether or not it's a proper condiment. But it's whatever makes you happy, I suppose. If you like ketchup on your burger, please have at it. I mean, I will, from time to time, but it also depends on the burger I'm eating.
That's fair.
To give respect to the style of the burger and to who made it. If it calls for ketchup, I'll put ketchup. If not, then that's another story. So,
yeah.
But however you like your burger, everyone's got their style, and everyone's and there's a burger for everyone. So. But today, we're going to talk about a particular burger. As we have been in our past episodes, we've kind of focused on a single spot and kind of focused on them, on who they are, what they do, and why I'm even bothering talking about them and blabbering around. But this is, if you haven't already, check us out on the various podcast platforms, or on Apple and Google and all those good things. So we talked about tacos. And we've talked about ice cream, and today we're talking about burgers. And
the next food group.
Yes, an essential food group. Seriously, you've got protein, you've got carbs, you got vegetable in there. I mean, come on, even ketchup, right? That comes from tomatoes. That's fine.
Tomatoes are fruit, by the way.
So I think it's all in one package. So,
yeah, sure.
So, today we're talking about this particular place that kind of has a special place in my heart, because it's like when you're growing up, there's certain things certain foods and things that you come across that kind of stay with you and you remember. So this spot we're talking about is it's called Grill-A-Mall, and we've had our share, of Grill-A-Mall, this burger spot.
Yeah.
They started off as a food truck in 2009, and around that time, you think about it, that's the time when kind of the food truck era was really coming up,
taking off.
You can thank Roy Choi with Kogi most notably, and many others that followed, and this was one of the places, I mean, that really came out of that. How you follow, the way we follow them these days, with Instagram and other social media. I mean, the social media back then was through Twitter. That's how all these trucks were like getting the word out on where they were. They would post their schedule or their location, every time, and give their updates through Twitter, through those 140 characters or something. Was it even 140? Yeah. So, if you can, and so they would pop up at different locations. I think from my memory, they'd be mostly based out of like areas in, of course, L.A. or Burbank, Studio City, things like that. I would remember coming across places there. Yeah, I don't think we've been together, or have we, at the food truck?
No, I didn't.
No,
I'd never been to this place during their food truck times. The first time I went was already at their brick and
at
mortar.
brick and mortar. So they opened their brick and mortar in 2013. So that would have been the earliest we've gone. But I remember going there. It could have been around 2012 or a little earlier. And again, this was probably finding them probably first through like Yelp or whatever, but also through Twitter. So there was one day I remember I scrolled through their feed, and I remember seeing that they were going to be out in like Burbank or something. And it was near, what's that hospital out there? Shoot, like whatever the Providence Hospital is there now. Anyway, but yeah, in Burbank. But that's fine. Okay. So I go out there, somehow I want to feel like it's still at that time where I'm printing out directions on MapQuest, but I don't think that,
no, in 2013, in what, 2012?
Maybe not, but
no way.
I know. I'm pretty sure I didn't have a smartphone back then, so surprisingly, I'm pretty
sure you had to have.
You think so?
2012. That's already, you're 4 years out of high school. You're telling me you didn't have a smartphone yet?
It's possible.
You being one of the early adopters for most tech?
I mean, a phone was a big jump. Probably I had an iPod Touch. How about that?
Okay. Wow. You mean an iTouch?
Yeah. Excuse me. It's iPod Touch. That's all right.
Sure.
Right. So I find them. I visit them. It's during the lunch hour, and it's just this very interesting, vibe. You have these burgers that are really well made. These kind of like almost gourmet style burgers. They're kind of, thick patties, lots of toppings and things in there, interesting flavors. But what's very distinctive is this heavy metal vibe. Like, it's very clear, very obvious. You hear
super cool.
You hear the metal just screaming through the speakers, blocks away as you're walking towards the truck. It's pretty cool. I mean, I don't think either of us here are, I don't know, consumers of listeners of the heavy metal genre.
No,
but I wish I
had the big ones.
This would be my gateway
to burgers. Of course, it would be
burgers. So I'm like, okay, the music's not my style, but the food is really good, right? And so we'll look at the menu, in a little bit, but let me see if I can get in there. I mean, I remember a lot of these items probably have carried over, from since the food truck days. And the one I distinctly remember is this D. Snyder, which is named after, again, this metal singer. And it was alluring because of this very contrasted flavors of having peanut butter, strawberry jam, bacon, and sriracha on a half pound burger, right, with like this brioche style bun. It sounded pretty like decked out, right? And so I had to try it. I mean, there were definitely other menu items here that have carried over, and we'll talk about also. But this was, I remember, the first one I had.
The draw.
Yeah, this was the draw. And I bit into it, and I was like a little confused, just trying to sort out all the flavors. But then after a little bit, I totally got it. I was really with it. You get the savor of course, you have the beef patty, but then you have that on top of the very savory peanut butter, but also with that sweetness, with the jam, and the bacon, to really contrast again with the sweetness. And then you have the sriracha that just like throws you out of nowhere. It's like bam! It's like sweet, salty, and then spice. It's
very metal.
It was. Yes. If I appreciated the music more, I would definitely make a good comparison of what that is. But yes, it really throws you for left field, and it's really something else. So I really liked it, and I had gone back, several times after. I wouldn't say like every time, because I don't know, but I remember going several times after and just trying, new stuff every time.
Okay.
Um,
Still during their food truck era?
yeah. Probably there were a handful of times, and then we had learned that they had opened that brick and mortar, and that was, shoot. I mean, that was it, man. Game over. I mean, I had a place that I can visit and have some really good burgers. So and then we would go, right. I mean, that was the time
Yeah.
when we would visit, and it was almost always because of a movie or something.
Movie.
Because
Yeah.
if we take a look at the map of where they are, they're in this plaza in Alhambra, which is conveniently, again, coincidence actually that they're down the street from Fossilman's.
Yeah.
It's just coincidence, but it's really nice.
But just in that general area, there's so much food.
There is.
Road to Seoul, Gen.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else is there?
Actually, down the street on Main, if you keep going east, is a Doghouse.
Yeah, that's right.
And actually, now there's a Habit there too. So
Oh, yeah, there is.
it's crazy. So it's interesting. You actually, the whole area, obviously Alhambra, SGV, very very Chinese, Asian food, centric. So then you find these little pockets where they serve burgers. There's an interview I was listening to, and they're saying like, what's the best market research for this? It's like you just go to the places where they don't have burgers, and then you just that's it. You're good.
Yeah,
So this was
that
an
makes
interesting
sense.
location. I don't remember what was in this spot before, but
Wasn't it like a panda or something?
no, the panda's still there.
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah, still got the panda. There's a frozen yogurt spot, and there's an Applebee's. Those were the ones that kind of flanked the that spot right there.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have the theater, that we would go to.
The
So,
Regal.
yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely we'd go before, and if it wasn't too late after, I think if they were open, then we would try to go to. I think they closed at 9 though, so maybe we never really got to go after. So I think we always try to go before. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's something else. It was really good. So taking a look at that menu again, what do you remember, having there?
It's been a while, but honestly, just reading the descriptions, the behemoth seems right up my alley.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Grilled cheese buns. That's all you need to get me to try it at least.
Absolutely. I think that easily was like, if not for the D. Snyder, I would have definitely had the behemoth. So, so that was, it was all about like decadence and opulence, just gluttony. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
just all gluttony. And that was just right up our alley right there.
Still is, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been here so long, I haven't seen the menu, but like, I kind of want a behemoth right now.
I mean, just look at this. I'm playing this video here, and it shows them on the grill, right? These grilled cheese just on the grill, and then they layer it with their sauce, the pickle,
with their toppings,
and then the half-pound burger, right? And then topped with bacon, and cheese, and then topped with that second grilled cheese. It's
I love it.
It's so crazy. I mean, people will argue, oh, well, it's like that bun to meat ratio is off. It's like, whatever. It's
Who cares? It's grilled cheese.
Delicious. Actually, because of the grilled cheese, then, I don't know. It's not very bready. The grilled cheese, it actually makes it, it's still edible. I mean, like, you can still.
Oh, it's more than edible, sir.
You can definitely wolf it down. Okay. Grilled cheese buns. Yeah, it was definitely a concept that I don't think I came across before.
Yeah, real.
Yeah. So I've had that.
But I mean, looking at it, the pig champion also seemed at the menu. The pig champion looks right up my alley. I'm sure I've had that.
Yeah, with the hollandaise, the bacon,
and the fried egg. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Again, a lot of these items, I'm surprised they really were able to carry over from the food truck. Not much has changed, which I think is pretty cool in some ways, because they have a menu that they're locked into and that they really know how to do really well. So,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. I mean, the names I think that come to mind, again, Behemoth, the Waste 'em All, which is like this very like hot, spicy, flavor burger. Power Slave, which was this brie, grilled apple,
Oh, that sounds
balsamic aioli.
delicious.
So again, a lot of these like almost gourmet type things that you'd find, maybe at a like almost like bar burger style, just like just lots of types of flavors going on. Obviously, again, you have the side of the purists that want like, I just want my meat, cheese, and bun or whatever, maybe with some onion or whatever, and that's it. But you get really creative with this kind of stuff, and you get beautiful things like this.
Yeah. There's no reason not to try,
Do you ever remember trying the jump in the fryer? Because I think I remember it's similar. It reminds me of the behemoth, but it uses waffle buns. It's a fried
Most
chicken
likely.
sandwich,
That's definitely up my alley too.
Yeah.
I love waffles so much.
Waffles.
But I remember
the fried chicken with
bacon, maple,
and sriracha. Like God, that's terribly good. And again, a lot of these are like references, right, to metal bands, metal groups,
songs, maybe albums.
Yeah, I think even what I remember hearing, the name Grillamal is like this kind of spin-off. I think it was unintentional, but kind of this unintentional reference to the Metallica album, apparently called Kill 'Em All. So, but you hear the backstory. There's an interview on YouTube, which we'll put in the show notes and along all this stuff. But they kind of talk about their little history of how they, came to with the name and all that. But it's pretty fun. So I think I've had almost all of these, to be honest, when I think about it. But then they also have like they do rotating like kind of monthly or special burgers, from what I remember from time to time. So. If you find yourself there, you can definitely try some of this on the menu, but you may want to try whatever they have on special. So, those are pretty good, and we had the fries too. And I think the fries were really solid, they used to list them as pommes frites, which makes French fries, but now they just call them house cut fries, which is basically the same thing, but they're good fries. But then they'd also have this the primate style. If you remember, this was like their animal style type fry. So it was just doused and loaded with cheese and Thousand Island and grilled onion. The whole deal. So
honestly,
those primate style.
I think I've had all the fries.
There you go.
At least tried them all once, one of each.
Exactly. Thank you. Primate style, high on fries, which apparently has the shredded buffalo chicken, blue cheese, and wing sauce. Yeah, that sounds familiar too. I do remember the No More Mr. Nice fries, which is their chili fries. Yeah. So chili, cheddar, and diced. Yeah, so me too. That's
definitely tried that at some point, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And then their overkill, which is a white truffle cheese whiz. So, and then they have these salads, which we won't really go into. This is a burger episode, okay?
We don't go into salads ever, honestly.
I don't know why I brought it up.
That's not one of the food groups.
It's not, really. It's more of a garnish. So, but yeah, I mean, this menu is kind of stay tried and true. And, I don't, whenever I go out there to Alhambra, even though there's an amazing assortment of Asian food, if I can swing it, I will stop by here because
hell yeah.
No, it's a good spot. So yeah, I mean, from a food truck and starting 2009, I think their big break, from what I remember, again, they have listen in their interview, but their big break was their appearance on the Food Network. They got on this show called The Great Food Truck Race. And I realize I've never actually watched it, so I have no idea what they're talking about. But I'm
very surprised you haven't.
I know, me too.
Considering the other. Exactly.
But in their interview, they kind of talk about a little backstory on how it was behind the scenes and all that. But they won. That was the thing. They won that series, and I think that kind of catapulted them and pushed them in the direction to finally get that brick and mortar and be where they are today. So, I mean, that's how we are blessed with the death of false burgers, as they say. So they're there in their Alhambra shop. I mean, that's what they do day in and out. I wish I knew what the guys are doing. Those guys, the founders, are doing. I wonder if they're still like cooking there day in and out, or if they're you know, they're looking more big picture stuff. I don't know. I mean, they're just, whatever they're doing there, they're still doing something really good. So I might have gotten you hungry again and might have to go out there to get something, you know?
Yeah, probably, honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
It's been so long.
It has. I mean, even looking at their Instagram, I mean, like all these pictures from, you know, from their customers and stuff. I mean,
yeah.
Even when you go into the storefront, it's like soon as you walk in, it's like you are already greeted with like the whole metal vibe. It's just,
yeah. Oh, yeah. The
it's
music, the decor.
yeah, it's so crazy. I mean, it's such a fun, you know, fun scene and everything in there. I mean, and there's a good amount of seating as well, inside and out, and yeah, it's just so good. It's just too bad that I don't appreciate the style of music enough to to really get it. And but I come back because of the burgers. So
It's good. It's good food.
yeah, it is. And again, in the era these days, the present era of the rise of smash burgers in LA, you know, you got one on every street corner and everything. But you know, you come to places like this, they give you like a half-pound burger. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right?
Of course not. You wouldn't.
No, nothing wrong with that. So it's pretty cool, you know. And on top of that, they serve like alcohol and like you know, little items for kids and things like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like they have something, you know, here for everyone, you know.
Yeah, you can substitute their patties with either veggie or turkey even.
Look at that. They're so considerate,
So,
you know.
yeah, considering.
Not that I would, but that's but
yeah,
fun.
of course not. Why would you?
Hey, check this one out. They have on their Instagram. It's the behemoth, but with red grilled cheese buns. It's just red color.
Yeah, food color. Okay.
Yeah, but look, that's if that's not metal, I mean that's I don't know what it is. That's pretty gnarly.
Fair.
That's awesome.
It's cool, but like watch when you had the video up earlier when they had the grill of and they were making the behemoth.
Yeah.
I kind of want one. I really want one now, and I hate you for this.
I know, you're welcome. You are welcome. I know. Well, I mean, aside from that, I think, you know, there's really not much else to say except this is a spot I think that's really worth checking out. It's kind of a gem, really, in for LA, and I mean, even this community, right? In like smack in the middle of like all the Asian cuisine and everything. You have this great burger spot that's come up, and they just keep going. I mean, it'll be almost 10 years actually since they opened in 2013, so it'll be almost 10 years. So I hope
it's been over 10 since their food truck. Wow.
Yeah, so I hope they keep on going. So so from ice cream from one part of the street down to
that's a burger. And then everything else along the way.
Exactly. So I mean, everything along the way, and hopefully we get to visit this, and there'll be a lot more that we'll get to talk about and visit in future episodes, and just everything that we're going to be doing. So, you know, thanks for joining us, everyone. You know, we're excited to bring you really more episodes of our food adventures, and you know what makes us full and happy, really. So you can find this, you know, obviously we're streaming here on YouTube, but you can find this stuff on your podcast platforms. Again, Apple, Google, and Spotify, and all those good places. Until then, you know, that's it from me, and we'll catch you at the next one, all right? Thanks, guys.